Now we're going to do this like this, and we're going to understand what we're talking about. See, we were talking about plutonium. That was one of the things. Yeah. And, well, don't talk about my hairdo because, to tell you the truth, I've had a tough couple of years, and I haven't slept inside in the last since January. So, sleeping in a tent is not as bad as you think if you have blankets or some kind of mattress or a cot. But at this situation, people seem to steal everything. And whoever steals from me, I hex you right now. Yeah, because you are a bad person, group, entity, conspiracy with signatures. Don't steal. Going back to this, what I was trying to say. Security is a big deal. I don't know what I was really trying to say. Is when you have something good, you teach people, and you get more and more and more and more. Just so you know what I'm saying. Whoever's teaching people teaches people to be just like them. Anyway, I could complain about that. If you see Schultz, tell him you never left your cookies out at the right spot. And cookies are hard because certain kind of cookies have to be left in the room for like 2 months to be a good cookie, you know. Anyways, what else do you know about cookies? Don't eat a chocolate chip cookie or any other cookie for that matter in the first 2 minutes out of the oven. Why? Because it burns and it hurts. So, and I did a lot for Costco. Yeah, those bastards did not like me. And it's because I was there like every day, you know. Well, usually like one thing. And it's because that's all I can carry. So, anyways, they must have watched me on the video and then backtalked me and what do you call that? No, if you're talking about keeping tabs, Big D, D30, you know what I'm saying? Then you're talking about what do you call that? No, there was a uh, nuclear thing. This is in reference. There was a nuclear thing, and I think they had something called decay. And you don't understand that once people learn that, they start doing that. As in the state that I came from. And the state that I came from, whoever was in charge was a freaking bastard. And they have made it so the companies actually hurt the people. Yeah, they like roll them, a lot kill them, and they do it in a sort of fashion with the justice system, which is also totally no idea. It probably wasn't aluminum, you know what I'm saying? It was aluminum, yeah. Whether or not, what do you say? I know what I would say. Give me enough money so I can get the knots out of my hair. Okay, that's like $800. But before the $800 comes, what comes? A card. And remember, my credit's been bad for 20 years. Ever since the IRS said, you owe us money. And they mailed it to me. I got the first one. I got the first letter. And no, I don't owe you anything. And by the way, who mailed this to me? My dad actually said, "No, that's the IRS." I said, "No, it's not. That's not the IRS. That's a freaking." First of all, I don't owe the IRS money. Second of all, it's kind of like, you know. Anyways, 15 years later, I understand one thing. Now you owe the IRS. So I had to go to the IRS inside and talk to the woman and say, and talk on the phone to the guy. First to the phone guy. You know what he said? I think he said, "F you." And I don't like you, and I've stole from you before, and I will harass you to the end of your life. That's what I think the man on the phone said. Anyways, so she said that, yeah, I don't know her money. So they owe me $800. Now, I'm sure of that. Now that they destroyed my life because I owed them all some money, which I don't think I owed them money because it was a fake IRS, which it wasn't fake. I can't believe that's the IRS symbol. Use a wheat? I mean, come on. And all those IRS problems that are filtering down, of course, the killing of people, the taking all the stuff and selling everything and understanding that the people don't really owe that. And the framing of people, meaning taking people that have done their IRS taxes and losing all their stuff and then having them refile as they owe money. And then charging them, interest and penalties. Which there's no penalties. I didn't owe you any money. This has probably happened to a lot of people, so it's a scam. Now, if you wait for 6 or 7 years, then those people get nervous, because maybe I did something wrong. And you could do something wrong. You could file miles and deduct your vehicle, which you can't do that. And if you do that, you're breaking the law and going to freaking prison. But, if you deduct your vehicle, you can't deduct your miles. It's kind of one of those things. Yet then you can deduct your fuel, but you can't deduct the miles and the fuel. So you can deduct the miles, 50 cents, but you can't deduct the fuel, because the deduction is the fuel and the vehicle, kind of like that. Anyways, clarifying that is a big deal. So that problem was 20 years ago, and they still haven't paid me the $800. You know what I'm saying? Bastards. I am always wrong. I'm always wrong no matter what. There's always some kind of technicality or some stupid thing or, can't do this. No, it's happened. It's happened at least, 6 times, I guess, in the last month. There's the bus. In 5 seconds, It's like it was timed. I pay insurance on my phone, and the guy just told me, "Well, you can't do that." And I said, "Well, I pay the insurance on my phone." He says, "Yeah, but there's a time limit. You can't do it after this long." I know, but I still paid the insurance on it. So can I do it or not? The guy's like, "Well, no, you can't do it because you're over the 12-month thing." And I know, but I'm still paying the insurance. You understand what I'm saying? Every month I pay a $35 insurance for this phone, and you still got a $200 deductible. The guy's like, "Yeah, well, you're out of not gonna work." Yeah, but anyways. So should I quit paying the insurance? I know, but listen, if you don't pay your insurance and I get a new phone, it's not like it's running. So same thing went with my vehicle. I drove a full coverage. I had a full coverage vehicle. Drove a full coverage for a freaking Yeah, 10 years. So when I got my own vehicle, a different vehicle, and in my own name, because there's two vehicles, I had to use the insurance, and the guy canceled it. It's like, that makes no sense. Technicality again. And the guy's like, well, you can't get an insurance claim if you removed it yourself. I said, yeah, but you don't understand. I am 40 miles out in the middle of nowhere. I cannot, you know, it still has that problem. And you don't even have to pay for the seats, you know. Pay for the vehicle. I'll pay for the seats. They throw out of the front of the vehicle because everything kept getting contaminated and kept bugging me and it kept making me fall asleep, you know. I didn't say it was a murder attempt. I said somebody ruined my vehicle. And so always saturating all that cloth was a big deal. But after I tore all the cloth out of the vehicle, all of it, it still happens. And that bastard told me, he said, well, all of the cloth is already gone. I said, yeah, because the vehicle, there's drugs in the vehicle or something. It doesn't work. I cannot drive it. Anyways, that was a no. We're not going to pay for that. Then the next vehicle I got, they ruined my engine. Oh, man. And the guy said, no, your engine's just wore out. It was wore out, but it wasn't worn to death. But when they ruined it, then it, wore it. Yeah, made it 10 times worse. I lost that vehicle, and the insurance guy said no. And then I had one more to sell within like 3 months. So all the vehicles were no good, and the last one, somebody stole it. Oh, it's out of gas. And I have a lot of problems with my cars and vehicles, so it's kind of like, and that was one of my problems. Now that I'm just talking, is sitting in the office. Man, I would get so sick sitting in that chair, you'd not believe it. And so I finally called the cops. I said, "Not sit there. It doesn't work." And it was actually the police chief. Doesn't like me. Obviously, he tried to kill me himself, the police chief. But long story, you can read about it later. So I got shot like 15 times that night. Anyways, yeah, and he was pushing. So he came down. This is before then. No, this is after that. It's actually after that. He came down. I didn't always come down. I said, something's wrong. Somebody contaminated this spot, or they did it in, because every time I sit here, I'm dying right there. I only sit there for like 3 or 4 minutes. So I tested it. He said, no, nothing. I said, bullshit. He holds up this little thing. And he said, see that? I said, it was clear, now it's blue. What does that mean? It didn't matter what it meant. It meant that I'm an idiot. And I said, well, I'm not a fucking idiot. Anyways. So I got to talk about something different. But the problem is get that correct. You know what I'm saying? Because now everybody thinks the same thing. Ow. Oh, boy, I gotta get some small, bigger cup. Let's see, what other bullcrap can I talk about today? I hope I'm making sense because I've been jumping around. And that's because I keep remembering those things that I want to say, especially about things in the past. So give me $400 for my hair so I can go get it done. I have a pledge in my hair, right? I said I'm going to keep that because it's been beat up and freaking not this and not that. And it's been kinked and it's actually been tied in a knot for 3 years. That's the last time I seen the comb. And yeah, so I was having some other problems, but the cap idea, I understand that, but that's not what I'm doing here. The hair, uh, women, because you don't know how much work and how much work and how much work hair is. So tomorrow, everybody's gonna just like, take their long hair, dip it in some cheese. So it's like, about this much cheese on it, and you're gonna wear that around the office. You're gonna say like, I didn't see that. Now, do you know how much work that is? Good, because cutting it off is illegal, and just if you do. So remember that. And I just have to tell everybody else that maybe National Hair Day would be a good deal. And when before my knot was in my hair, I had these freaking women follow me around and put stuff in my head. And shit. Yeah. Another prison sentence. Yep. Nothing better for 4 stupid freaking witches to think they can irritate somebody so bad, which it took me almost 3 months to get to. Now, that Barr, the Barr guy, he's Attorney General, has passed a law that we kill people now. I don't have to worry about those 4 women contaminating me anymore. Yeah, or you. You know what I'm saying? Because they contaminate me, they'll contaminate you. I don't even know who they were. They were just freaking bad people, And bad people, and they never ever come out again. So, don't be throwing stuff in people's hair. It's Christmas time. Starbucks just got their new cup. Right? Owl is not what they say. And a POW. Okay, what else we got? We got 5 more minutes. I gotta get going. I'm not going to talk about this problem I'm having down here because I have way too many problems and you don't have any no problems. Oh, somebody said something rude. Were they talking to you? Are you about to just a police officer did? Were they talking to you? You can fix that one too. Of course, you have to understand what a rude is. If I cuss, I'm getting closer to death. I don't know if you knew that. Anyways, I got this on the small one, and it's blurry. Does that look right? Anyways, I got to get moving. I really wanted to understand about how this is going by. That the president is strictly against that stuff. So there will be something new. And understanding that government agencies can be a conspiracy and also be charged with murder. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean just because there's 100 of you that you can get away with the murder. It means that there's 100 attempts that are charged. Yeah. No, because there was that little game going around. It is called a game. There's a little game that, well, if then they can't charge us with murder because we didn't do it. But yes, you did do it. Everybody did it just a little bit until, the people died. moved, died, quit, never showed up, however you want to put it. It's Halloween too, forgot. See some girl over there with her Halloween costume on. Anyways, oh, that's the worst cookie I ever had from these guys. And actually, they had that cookie 3 years ago. Well, he's not putting a stripe on his freaking belly. You know what I'm saying? It's a stripe on eggs. Well, that's the end of my day.